Happy New Year! Mark from Enchantment of Eternity here to discuss something. Come here, I want to ask something for you, of you, that is. So this, you may have noticed that I've been covering Star Trek Next Generation, one episode at a time, and that coverage is nearing its end. I am towards the end of Season 7, and by the end of the month, I will finish my coverage of Star Trek Next Generation. So in celebration, if you had seen my coverage of the original series, you might know what's coming, because I'm going to do the same thing that I did for that, and that is ask you, the viewer, to submit your top 10 favorite episodes of Star Trek Next Generation and your top 10 worst episodes of Star Trek Next Generation, or top 10 best and worst, or top 10 favorite, least favorite, however you choose to quantify that. But they do need to be in order from like 10 to 1 being the best and 10 being the least best, or the worst or least worst, depending on which list you're doing. But yeah, so because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take everyone's submissions for the top 10 best, top 10 worst, mush them together. Now, episodes that are higher up on the list, that is towards number 1, the top, will get more points. Episodes further down the list, like towards number 7, 8, 9, will get less points, sort of in reverse order, like 1 would get 10 points and 10 would get 1 point, you know what I'm saying. And so I'll add them up, add all the points together, and at the end of the month, once I'm finished my coverage of Star Trek Next Generation, we'll do a live stream with my sister Alyssa, who would join me. She loves these kind of things, and we will announce the results, the top 10 best episodes of Star Trek Next Generation and the top 10 worst episodes of Star Trek Next Generation as voted by you. So, not many rules to this, just as I said, make sure they're in order. If you say they're in no particular order, then I won't count them, because they need to be in a particular order in order to compute with my list. But if you only want to do a best list, not worst list, that's fine. If you want to do less than 10 episodes, then that's fine. But yeah, they do need to be in order. You can't do more than 10 episodes. If you do more than 10 episodes, I'll just discount anything over 10. But yeah, so you can leave those comments in this video, or in fact any of my videos. I'll get it. Any video you like, you can leave your comments. As I say, you'll have a month to do so. I am not sure precisely when I will be doing this live stream. I know that my coverage of TNG ends on January 27th, so it will be sometime either on that day or after that day. So you have at least until then. I will have to do the cutoff point. I'm going to be a bit more strict this time than I was to TOS, because I got a submission like a couple hours before I went live, and I didn't even see it until after I went live, so it didn't get counted. So I'm going to be a bit more strict. And when I make the announcement video, I'll give you the deadline, which will be 2 days prior to when the live stream goes live. So you can submit some. That would be the last day you can submit your list. The day prior, it's going to be too late. I'm going to contabulate, and especially the day of will definitely be too late. So you do need to get your top 10 lists in before then. As I say, at this early stage, I don't know precisely when the live stream will be. And that's something that I'll figure out with Alyssa when we get closer to the date. But when it is, I'll make the announcement, and that will be your cutoff. But you have until like January 27th, so that's a whole month, giving you guys an entire month to think about this. But yeah, so when you submit your comments, include top 10 best, top 10 worst, put them in order, and I will delete those comments so no one else can see them, but I shall see them, and I will record them and record who made the votes. And when I do the live streams, I'll give shout outs to everyone who participated and saying what their highest episode was, or what episodes were on their list, and give shout outs and that sort of thing. So yeah, the more participants the better. I believe, if I'm not too mistaken, I believe we had 16 people participate in the original series one. I'm really hoping to get more. For TNG, I already have a couple submissions from my Patreon supporters who were told about this a little bit in advance. But yeah, really hope to get tons of submissions. The more the merrier. I will not be submitting my own list, so I'm completely staying out of this time, because all my top 10 stuff is what I think, and I'm throwing my opinion all over this channel all the time. I thought for once, I'll let you all decide, and it would be really interesting to see the results. So yes, be sure, and if you haven't seen, there's another video I put up recently. I have polls out for Star Trek episodes that I will revisit and review after I'm finished my coverage of Next Generation as well. I'll take like a brief break, do those 5 episodes, then go back to reviewing everything in order with DS9 Season 3, then Voyager Season 1 will start soon after that. But yeah, taking a little break to do those 5 episodes in the poll, because those polls are tons of fun. You can check that out on my channel. And of course, also part of the celebration is this live stream with your top 10 best and top 10 worst episodes of TNG. I will also release my own top 10s at that time, but you guys probably don't know all that by now. But anyway, thanks so much. Please be sure to leave your top 10s. Can't wait to see them, and we'll see you there at the live stream.